Hey, what's going on, y'all? So today in Motion Consulting, we're going to talk about, network security and some of the tips that I have, to give to y'all so that you can increase your network security, especially for the small businesses and medium-sized businesses. Like I was saying before, nothing more than 100 to 150 employees in one organization or one location, maybe more likely. So when you're running these network security, what I would like for you to do is for you to not broadcast your SSID. Your SSID is what people look for when they connect to your Wi-Fi. So like your Wi-Fi network name, you don't have to broadcast that. And why I say don't broadcast it or don't show it when someone's looking for it, for at least your equipment, is so that you make it harder for the bad guys or the people who are trying to get onto or inside of your network to look at your information. You make it harder for them to find your network and get access to it. So if they don't know the network name, they can't even put in the password. If they do know the network name, then they can start to finagle with the password, especially if you don't have, other things like firewalls or one of my other third things that I'm about to tell you about added into your service or your system. You won't even be able to know once you've been infiltrated. So I think that's very important. And right now, in these days, we're moving into with a lot of phishing and a lot of cyber attacks. It's very important for you small businesses, us small businesses, and medium-sized businesses to make sure that we move correctly and manage our network the correct way. So the next thing that you want to do is you want to make sure for your guest network. So I'm gonna look at my eyes. You want to make sure that your guest network password changes periodically. For small businesses, guest password shouldn't be a big deal. If you got an IT guy, I would say make sure he changes it every week because they're a guest. You got a guest staying longer than a week. You might as well add them onto your Wi-Fi or your network. And once you remove that person from your network, or you need to remove them from your network, you can do that, and then you won't have to worry about managing both. Because if you changing or not broadcasting your Wi-Fi name for all your equipment, you can have another Wi-Fi password for other folks or channel. So that kind of piggybacks off of what I'm saying. It's supposed to be 3, but I'm going to throw a 4th one in there because I really want y'all guys to succeed. So I'm giving you everything that I got so far. In the mix of that, a lot of companies nowadays are combining their internet channels, which is technically good because it's less maintenance, but in the same aspect, you don't get the manageability of certain things as far as like traffic goes. So if you have something on a 5 gigahertz signal and then a 2.4 gigahertz signal, you can better manage those because it doesn't jump back and forth and mess with your traffic or your internet traffic. So for a small business, small and medium business, that's a big thing. You know what I'm saying? It's real huge when you are able to manage how your traffic moves down to even the channels that it moves on, because short distance is speed, long distance of course is for the things that the short distance can't reach. Kind of brings it in, funnels it out, that kind of great thing. So that's great for network security, like I was saying, is yes password. And also you want to make sure, or we want to make sure, that we don't just have that combined network all the time. Sometimes it's great, especially for leisure. Leisure is perfect. And my last and final thing, which is 3, technically 4. Might put it out here somewhere or something, I don't know, because I'm doing all the editing right now. But the 4th or 3rd or 4th one, depending on how you look at it, is going to be security software. Or some kind of security aspect. I would consider it security software because that's always going to be the best, in my opinion. So there are free softwares out there called Wireshark that can monitor your network, and there's ones that you have to pay for. SolarWinds is another one that I would just recommend. There are plenty of them, a plethora of them out there. Just make sure you stay tuned in, man. Stick to it. Oh, ain't nothing to it but to do it, and I got faith in y'all. Y'all gonna do great, man. So we boom it.